First off, apologies for how I sound. I am coming off the tail end of a cold that I'm hopefully going to get through. But this is going to be a different style of video since some of y'all have asked for it, and I figured what better time than now as I'm patiently waiting for a couple group buys to fulfill from a few years ago that I would share a bit more about my office space, sort of behind the scenes kind of stuff. Let's consider it a Slice of Tofu Studio Edition. All the magic happens in this 13 by 13 square apartment room. As you will come to tell, this room is very much function over form and is the personification of a neurodivergence brain. Anywhere you look in this room, there's a point of interest for you to kind of like latch onto. This room actually started out as a way for me to make music, but as we've come to tell, I make keyboard content, so let's check it out. Starting off, overall this entire room is about 80% covered in sound treatment. It's a combination of homemade 2x4s with rock wool, 1, 2, and 3-inch really dense foam panels. If you've ever been in a studio, the best way I can describe it is that when you walk in, everything sounds super dead and flat, and your ears are like slightly under pressure. I hope that makes sense, but I mean, hey, check this out. That's kind of neat, right? It's kind of tight. So shifting to the most boring side of the room, this has a wafer futon that I lay on whenever my back hurts. We got some packages for content or to ship stuff out. Got some backpacks, Pelican cases, and storage to my left. To the right, we have an end table that's holding probably my most ubiquitous prop. It's got some miscellaneous shit on there. It's also a great place for guests to put down their mugs. Below my feet, we have probably my favorite video making purchase besides my camera, and that's the motorized slider. I love this thing. Also, got a massage mat down there because, again, my back hurts. Pivoting to the side of the room that you face when you walk in, we have my trusty workstation for my 9 to 5, which totally wasn't an afterthought when I was planning the layout for this room. But it holds some cool stuff. We have our printer for my work prints, got a Lazy Susan, and a Theraface. To the right of it, we have all my lovely guitars and singular bass for whenever I'm doing a jam session or if I have to record any music. We got a Pikachu plushie, most importantly, and a penis hat. On top of that, we have all the protos for my Tofu Love board that I'm hopefully going to run soon. Got some accent lighting from Aperture, some more fake plants for props, and some lesser used lenses that kind of just sit up there. Pivoting to the main shelf, this is where I would display and show all my boards. I used to have a lot more, but I sold almost all of my K-pop boards, so I am no longer clouded. But this empty section is where I'd put my rig if I'm not shooting anything. We have a smaller subsection of all my Switch collections. There's a lot more in my closet, but I feel like it's better we don't talk about it. And then below that, we have some more Pelican cases, tools, and some miscellaneous keycaps. So now we get to the main workstation. Y'all have probably seen a vast majority of it through my videos here and there. There's a lot of shit, but I guess going down the main categories. Audio-wise, I'm running Yamaha HS5s, Audio Engine S8 subwoofer, Shure SM7B mic, which is all powered by my Apogee Symphony desktop that sits on top of my Kemper profiling amp. And fun fact, that amp right there is the entire reason why my room is green and white. They just don't make any other color. Monitor-wise, I'm running the Samsung Neo G9. It's really big, it takes a while to get used to since if you know with ultra-wides, if you talk into it, your voice kind of bounces back at you, which can be a little disorienting, but I really don't care. Love it nonetheless. Underneath that, I have the Grove-made monitor shelf, which mostly just holds like my artisans, tools, various figurines, and the wood's just a nice contrast to my black Edison desk. I do have a bunch of other small trinkets on the right side that just bring me joy. Thankfully, my desk is large enough to accommodate them. Other than that, I have the underdesk foot hammock, some sliding drawers, and my desktop, which, yes, sits on the floor. I don't care, burn me at the stake, I can't fit it on my desk, and if you care enough, the specs will be on the screen. As for what lights my entire room, I hate overhead lighting, so I have a bunch of Govee-powered lights all throughout, an Amaran 60X for key lighting, 2 softboxes in the corner for fill lighting, and then the Aperture lights I mentioned before, all set to kind of like an amber tone. Other random things, the board I'm daily is the Ori CLS3 of 88. I have the Final Mouse ULX. My webcam is an A7R4 with the Sigma 35 f2, and I do all of my editing exclusively on my M2 MacBook. I guess to end things off, we'll talk about the camera that y'all see me through. It is the Sony FX3, and I've taken the opposite route of Avi by building it out into a full rig. I have the Cineback cage, 99 watt-hour V-mount. I'm using the DJI mic. I have an Atomos Ninja 5 for my monitor, and an SLR Magic 35mm T1.3, which kind of explains why some of my shots are out of focus. But, you know, it is what it is. I also recently picked up an X100V that I'm planning on bringing with me whenever I'm out and about. There's a bunch of other smaller trinkets and stuff sprinkled throughout my room. It'll just take too long to get through. But yeah, I hope this video was entertaining enough, showcasing my clusterfuck of a room. If there's anything in particular that you want to learn more about or sparks interest, feel free to shoot me a DM or comment down below. I'm always happy to chat. Especially since my upload schedule gets stretched longer and longer as life and work continue to eat into my free time. Keeping it a buck with y'all, I do still like keyboards, but I don't think I can see myself uploading as consistently as I did before. Maybe I'll do more slice of tofu stuff like this, because I really enjoy talking with y'all. And it's kind of fun, glamorizing my boring life. And I also still enjoy making videos, but I guess it's just a conversation for a future date. Until then, if you want to see more of my stuff, you can click on either side of my face. And yeah, take care, have a good one, I'll see you on the next one.